Welcome back to the channel, Coin Hunters. Today we're diving deep into the legendary Eisenhower $1 coins. From the bold 1971 D to the rare 1972, the historic 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial edition, and the final 1978 issue that closed an unforgettable era. These coins may look ordinary, but some versions are worth thousands, even millions of dollars today. If you've got one hiding in your drawer or pocket change, don't spend it just yet, because it could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth and fortune overnight. The first up, there's a coin out there that could change your life forever. A coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. I'm talking about the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower $1 coin, one of America's most talked about treasures. Minted to celebrate 200 years of U.S. independence, this coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of American pride, artistry, and history combined. But for collectors, it's far more than that. Certain versions of this coin, under the right conditions, can hold values beyond imagination, reaching into the millions of dollars. Yes, this is not just a story about a coin. It's a story about hidden fortune waiting in your hands. The Eisenhower dollar was first introduced in 1971, but the Bicentennial edition from 1976 marked a turning point. The coin proudly bears the dual date, 1776 to 1976, to honor America's 200th anniversary, making it instantly special. Unlike any other dollar, it features Dwight D. Eisenhower's strong profile on the obverse, while the reverse shines with the image of the Liberty Bell overlapping the moon, a design that captures the spirit of exploration and freedom. But among millions of these coins, there exist a few that defy all odds. Rare mint errors, perfect strikes, and proof coins struck with silver compositions that make them worth a small fortune today. Most bicentennial Eisenhower dollars are common, yes, but only at first glance. Hidden within those millions are coins that carry unique minting flaws, experimental planchets, or ultra-high grades, making them worth unimaginable sums. Some rare varieties were struck in 40% silver, while others showed double designs, off-center strikes, or deep mirror-like finishes known as deep cameo proofs. These rare attributes can transform an ordinary-looking coin into one worth hundreds of thousands, even millions, in today's collector market. It's a secret known only to sharp-eyed collectors who understand that value often hides where others see nothing. Imagine holding a coin with a tiny minting mistake that turns it into a millionaire's prize. Some 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollars have errors that were never meant to exist. Missing mint marks, double-struck features, or coins accidentally minted on silver planchets meant for proof sets. These rare anomalies have sold for staggering prices at auctions, sometimes crossing the $1 million mark. Each one tells a story of how a single coin escaped perfection and became an extraordinary piece of history. If you're lucky enough to find one, you're not just holding money, you're holding a legacy. The condition of a coin is everything. A regular 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar might fetch a few dollars, but a perfectly preserved MS-70 grade coin can be worth a fortune. Why? Because time has not touched it. The shine, the detail, the crisp edges, all of it remains flawless. Collectors around the world hunt for these pristine survivors because they are the crown jewels of American numismatics. A coin like that doesn't just reflect light, it reflects destiny. And if you have one in your possession, you could be sitting on a life-changing treasure. Some of the most valuable Eisenhower bicentennial dollars were struck not in copper nickel, but in 40% silver, produced specially for collectors. These coins were often sold in proof or uncirculated sets, but only a few remain untouched in perfect condition. The silver gives them not only beauty and luster, but also incredible worth. Combine that with an error, and you've got a coin that could shatter auction records. The gleam of silver, the artistry of its design, and the rarity of its survival make these coins a breathtaking discovery for any collector lucky enough to find one. In today's world, collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for treasures like this. The demand for rare coins has skyrocketed, and the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar stands at the center of this gold rush. Auction houses have witnessed bidding wars that pushed prices beyond belief. For those who recognized the coin's potential early, it became a golden ticket. For others, it's still a mystery waiting in their change jar, tucked away, unnoticed, a forgotten fortune hiding in plain sight. And that's the beauty of coin collecting, the possibility that wealth could be lying right in your pocket. Now imagine this. You find an old Eisenhower dollar from 1976 in a drawer, clean it gently, and realize it's one of the rare silver or error-struck editions. In that moment, your life could change forever. That simple coin, ignored by so many, could be your path to financial freedom. It's not fantasy. It's happened before, and it could happen again. These coins are a reminder that wealth often hides in the most unexpected places, waiting for the right eyes to notice its brilliance. And if you're holding one, don't sell it cheap, because it has the power to rewrite your fortune overnight. The 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower $1 coin isn't just a relic of the past. It's a symbol of hope, pride, and possibility. It tells the story of America's journey and reminds us that value lies in preservation, in patience, and in discovery. So, the next time you come across this majestic coin, hold it carefully. Examine it closely, because who knows, you might just be holding the key to unimaginable wealth. Don't spend it, treasure it, because sometimes the smallest piece of history can carry the greatest fortune of all. The second up. In the world of American coins, few treasures carry the mystery and majesty of the 1972 Eisenhower $1 coin. At first glance, it may appear as just another large dollar from the 1970s, heavy, bold, and shining with the face of President Dwight D. Eisenhower. But beneath that silver-toned surface lies one of the most valuable modern coins ever struck. Some rare varieties of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar, especially the elusive Type II variety, are worth a fortune today. Coins that can transform a simple collector into a millionaire overnight. If you have one of these in your hands, you could be holding the key to unimaginable wealth, hidden in plain sight. The Eisenhower dollar was born out of respect and remembrance. Following the passing of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, in 1969, the U.S. Mint decided to honor his legacy by minting the first dollar coin since 1935. When it was released in 1971, the Eisenhower dollar marked a new era, strong, patriotic, and filled with national pride. The 1972 issue, in particular, became the most talked about of them all. But few realized that within that year's mintage lay a coin that would become a numismatic legend, one that collectors would chase for decades. On the obverse, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar proudly displays the face of General Eisenhower, a symbol of leadership, victory, and strength. The reverse features an eagle landing on the moon, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission, linking America's space triumph with its historical greatness. But what makes the 1972 issue special is the mistake in its reverse design. 3 different types were struck that year: Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3, and the Type 2 became the rarest of all. It features a differently shaped Earth with missing islands in the Caribbean region, a subtle detail that few noticed at first. Yet this tiny design difference turned the coin into a $1 million rarity for collectors around the world. Imagine finding a coin in your drawer that looks ordinary until you realize it's one of the rare Type 2 Eisenhower dollars minted only at the Philadelphia Mint in 1972. Fewer than 100,000 of these were ever produced, and even fewer have survived in perfect condition. The combination of limited production and a unique reverse design error has made this coin worth millions of dollars in pristine condition. Collectors have battled in auctions, offering staggering sums for high-grade examples, and some have crossed into the 6-figure range even in slightly circulated condition. This is no ordinary dollar. This is a treasure struck in metal, born from human imperfection and preserved by time. Like all rare coins, The true power of the 1972 Eisenhower lies in its condition. A coin in perfect mint state, with sharp details and untouched surfaces, can command prices that seem unreal. When certified by top grading services as MS67 or higher, its value skyrockets to unbelievable levels, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in auction settings. Why? Because coins in flawless condition tell a story of survival, untouched by circulation, protected from time. To hold one is to touch perfection, and perfection in the coin world always comes with a price tag of destiny. While most 1972 Eisenhower dollars were struck in copper-nickel for general circulation, there were also special silver-clad versions produced for collectors. These coins contain 40% silver and they shine with a mirror-like luster that captures the spirit of American craftsmanship. Some of these silver-clad coins were struck with experimental planchets, and when such coins appear in auctions, they can easily break records. Even without the Type II error, the silver versions in high-grade proof condition are treasures in their own right. Their radiant beauty and precious metal content make them both a collectible and an investment, a double blessing for those who possess one. Over the years, stories have surfaced of lucky individuals finding 1972 Eisenhower dollars worth unimaginable sums. Some discovered rare varieties in inherited collections, others in rolls of old coins, and a few even in pocket change. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have witnessed bidding wars that turned these coins into overnight sensations. The Type II Eisenhower, in particular, has sold for amounts that defy logic, all because of a small detail that went unnoticed by the world for years. It's proof that sometimes the smallest mistakes create the greatest fortunes. So, what if you have a 1972 Eisenhower dollar? Don't rush to spend it or sell it cheaply. Examine it carefully. Look at the globe on the reverse, study its shine, and if it appears flawless or slightly different, it may be worth far more than you imagine. Coins like this have changed lives, turning modest collectors into millionaires. They carry not just monetary value, but emotional weight, the feeling of discovering something that history itself forgot to celebrate. The Eisenhower dollar teaches one timeless lesson. Sometimes, destiny hides in the palm of your hand. The 1972 Eisenhower $1 coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a masterpiece born from pride, error, and legacy. It carries the face of a leader, the dream of a nation, and the secret of unimaginable wealth. It stands as a reminder that greatness can hide in the most ordinary things. A coin in your drawer, a piece of change from the past, a forgotten symbol of history. If you ever come across a 1972 Eisenhower dollar, treat it with the respect of a treasure, because it might just be the ticket to your own fortune, a coin with the power to change your future overnight. The third up. The year 1971 marked a turning point in American coin history, a bold comeback for the dollar coin after decades of absence. When a 1971 D Eisenhower $1 coin was released, it wasn't just a piece of metal, it was a tribute, a memory, and a national symbol. Minted at the Denver Mint, this powerful coin carried the face of a great American hero, President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a man who led the Allied forces to victory in World War II and later guided the nation through years of change and progress. But what no one knew then was that among these large, shining dollars were a few extraordinary rarities, coins that, in perfect condition or with minting anomalies, would one day be worth millions of dollars. The Eisenhower dollar wasn't created for everyday trade. It was born from the American spirit of remembrance. After President Eisenhower's passing in 1969, the nation wanted to honor his strength and leadership. Thus, the Mint introduced the Eisenhower dollar in 1971, ending a 36-year gap since the last U.S. dollar coin. But the 1971 D version was unique. It was the first ever Eisenhower dollar struck in Denver, bearing the bold D Mint mark, a stamp of authenticity and American craftsmanship. Over the years, this coin has grown beyond its monetary value, becoming a symbol of both history and hidden fortune. Every inch of the 1971 D Eisenhower dollar reflects American greatness. On the obverse, Eisenhower's commanding portrait seems to look into the future, his expression calm yet powerful. The reverse shows an eagle landing on the moon, holding an olive branch, a nod to the Apollo 11 mission and America's dominance in space exploration. Together, they form one of the most patriotic designs in coinage history. But behind this iconic artwork lies a deeper mystery. Tiny differences in strikes, metallic compositions, and surface finishes that transformed a few of these coins into numismatic miracles, now valued at hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. The Denver Mint produced millions of Eisenhower dollars in 1971, yet a small number stand apart due to rare minting variations. Some coins were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets intended for earlier years, while others show double dyes or extraordinary luster that gives them a near-proof appearance. These coins are the hidden giants of American coinage, treasures that have turned up in collections, old rolls, and even family heirlooms. Their worth today could be absolutely staggering, especially when found in mint state, MS 67 or higher condition. Imagine holding what seems like an ordinary dollar, only to learn it could change your fortune forever. That's the magic of the 1971 D Eisenhower. In the coin world, condition is king, and the 1971 D Eisenhower is no exception. While circulated coins might fetch modest sums, uncirculated specimens, flawless, gleaming, and sharp in detail, can command breathtaking prices. A coin graded MS 68 or higher by professional grading services could be worth hundreds of thousands, even millions, due to its extreme rarity. These top-grade examples showcase brilliant luster, smooth surfaces, and immaculate design, traits that only a handful of coins from the Denver Mint achieved. Owning one isn't just luck. It's like owning a piece of perfection preserved from the moment it left the press. While most 1971 D Eisenhower dollars were made from copper nickel, a few rare silver-clad experimental strikes are rumored to exist. Coins created from leftover planchets or struck for testing purposes. These silver versions, when authenticated, can fetch jaw-dropping prices due to their limited nature. Collectors dream of finding one because they bridge two eras, the traditional silver dollar and the modern clad dollar. When such a coin appears, it's no longer just a collectible. It becomes a treasure of American minting history, a piece of art worth far more than its face value. Over the decades, the 1971 D Eisenhower dollar has caused waves in major auctions. Coins in pristine mint condition have sold for tens of thousands, sometimes more. Every time one appears on the market, it draws attention from serious collectors worldwide. Stories of average people discovering rare 1971 D coins tucked away in drawers or passed down from relatives have captured the imagination of the public. One moment, it's a forgotten dollar. The next, it's a life-changing discovery, sold for a fortune. It proves that the line between ordinary and extraordinary often lies in a single detail: a flawless surface, a rare strike, or an unexpected variation. If you have a 1971 D Eisenhower dollar, don't ignore it or spend it casually. Hold it carefully, study its features, and protect it. You could be in possession of one of the most valuable coins ever produced in the modern era. Its weight, its shine, and its detail tell a story of American pride and human craftsmanship. More importantly, it may carry a hidden code of fortune, a spark of destiny that can make you a millionaire overnight. These coins remind us that true wealth sometimes hides in plain sight, waiting for someone with the right eye to recognize it. The 1971 D Eisenhower $1 coin is not just a piece of history, it's a living legend. It represents a nation's respect for its heroes, its achievements, and its craftsmanship. From its powerful design to its hidden varieties, this coin continues to inspire collectors and treasure hunters around the world. Its story is one of mystery, legacy, and unimaginable value. So, before you let that heavy old coin slip through your fingers, take a closer look, because within that shining metal lies not just silver and copper, but the power to change your life forever. The fourth up. Imagine reaching into a dusty box of old coins and pulling out a heavy, bold dollar that looks like it carries a century of stories on its face. That's the 1978 Eisenhower dollar, a coin bulky with presence, stamped with the image of a leader and the dreams of a nation. To most people, it's just a large dollar, but to collectors and treasure hunters, it can be a ticket to something far greater. Tonight, we're peeling back the layers, history, mystery, mistakes, and the secret ways that a single 1978 Eisenhower could transform a life. Stay with me, because this is where ordinary change becomes extraordinary fortune. The Eisenhower dollar was created in an era of giants, an era when America still felt the glow of spaceflight, when the moon landing was fresh in memory, and when honoring a modern hero felt right. The 1978 issue carries all that spirit. On one side is Dwight D. Eisenhower, a figure of strength and steady leadership. On the reverse is an eagle descending, a quiet salute to the Apollo age. That pairing, a president's portrait and an emblem of national achievement, gave the coin a gravitas that other modern coins simply don't possess. It was meant to be more than currency. It was meant to be a keepsake of American pride. But here's the thing about coinage. Mankind's machines are not perfect. Mistakes happen, and where mistakes occur, magic can emerge. Across the thousands and thousands of Eisenhower dollars struck, a few left the presses with tiny anomalies, doubled dies, small misalignments, or odd surface textures. Those imperfections don't ruin a coin. They often create one-of-a-kind pieces that collectors salivate over. A 1978 Eisenhower with an unusual strike, a strange toning, or an unexpected planchet can cease to be mere pocket change and become a rare collectible, a piece that tells a story no other coin can tell. Condition is the single, unblinking ruler of value. A well-worn Eisenhower from a pocket or vending machine is sentimental and nostalgic, but worth little beyond memory. Contrast that with a pristine, uncirculated example. Luster bright, details razor-sharp, fields mirror-like, and suddenly the equation changes. Those mint-state survivors are the ones that excite auction rooms. When a coin is nearly perfect, when every feather on the eagle and every hairline on the portrait is intact, collectors place enormous value on that rarity. In the world of modern coins, perfect survival equals possibility, and possibility has a price. Beyond perfect condition, some 1978 Eisenhowers became famous because of more dramatic quirks. Think of a coin struck slightly off-center, so the design hugs one edge, or a piece with doubling that makes letters and numbers ghost behind themselves. Think, too, of pieces with unusual coloration, amber, blue, or deep chocolate toning that looks like painted history. These are the coins that stop viewers in their tracks and spark whispered conversations among numismatists. Each oddity is a fingerprint of the minting moment, and collectors will pay handsomely for that singular story, frozen in metal. But value is not only about metal and mistakes, it's about emotion. The Eisenhower dollar carries nostalgia for baby boomers, pride for history lovers, and the thrill of discovery for younger treasure hunters. When you hold one, you feel connected to an era. The space race, the Cold War, the generations that believed in big designs and even bigger dreams. That human connection elevates a coin from a commodity into a relic of identity. People don't just buy coins, they buy memories, they buy the feeling of touching something that survived time. Now imagine the moment of discovery. You're sorting a jar, cleaning out an old purse, helping your grandparents with attic boxes, and there it is, heavy, unmistakable, gleaming faintly. Your heart skips. You hold it up to the light and realize it's sharper than it should be. Or maybe there's a strange line, a doubled letter, a tone like sunrise glass. Don't rush to sell. Photograph it, protect it, and then seek a second opinion. Many fortunes began with that small pause, a careful look that turned a life of routine into the beginning of a wild story. Finally, remember this. The 1978 Eisenhower dollar is both a teacher and a treasure. It teaches patience. That value often hides where we don't expect it. It reminds us that history can be found in the palms of our hands. And it offers real possibility. The chance that a single coin, preserved, noticed, and treated with care, might one day release a fortune. So be curious, be careful, and above all, be ready to believe that the simplest things, even a heavy old dollar, can carry the power to change your future overnight.